Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will be discussing about the marketing concepts. There are 5 marketing concepts. They are the production concept, the product concept, selling concept, marketing concept, and finally the holistic marketing concept. A company can adapt to any of this marketing concept. We call that as marketing philosophies. Except the holistic marketing concept, we will be discussing the other 4. For the holistic, we will be discussing that in a separate video. So the first one, production concept. The production concept holds to the principle that consumers will prefer products that are widely available in the market and are inexpensive. For example, take the case of Chinese toy. The manufacturer will focus on pushing the product to the consumer without holding any substance to their marketing research. Geo is also an example of production concept where the production will be more, the availability of the product will be throughout the market, and consumer will have no option other than accepting the product. That is, the supply will create its own demand. We call that as Say's law. Here the focus is more on production, focus is more on the economies of scale and widely availability of the market. This concept believes that if the product is able to dominate the market by having its availability everywhere, then the people will have no option other than accepting the product. This we call as production concept. So the second one is product concept. The product concept holds to the fact that people or the consumer will prefer product if the company is able to focus more on the development of the product. If the company is able to produce the product with utmost quality features, then the consumer will prefer the product. For example, iPhone is a classic way of production, the product concept. IT companies who are always focusing on improving and updating their products to differentiate themselves from the competitors is a case of product concept. The product concept, the marketers will focus on the product quality, the features, the availability and the usability of the product. The consumers whose demand driven by these factors. But the startups and many companies have come to the realization that even though if the company is able to produce the product with utmost quality, it may not be able to sell the product in the market unless the company focuses on other areas of the product, that is selling the product and having a strong distribution center and having a pricing strategy. Because even though if the product is of utmost quality, if the consumer is finding it hard for the price in which it has been made, the consumer may not be preferring that. Since the company focuses more on the quality of the product, the price of the product will be high, so the consumer may not be preferring that product. So this is one of the problem that has been existing in the product concept. So the third concept is selling concept. The selling concept holds to the fact that consumers and the company or the product, if left alone, will not be having a strong relationship between the three, the company and the product or the consumers. This concept believes in aggressive selling of the product or the services. For example, take book fair. Book fair is an example of selling concept where the focus is more on pushing the product to the consumer rather than understanding the requirements or needs of the consumers. Chennai's Amrita, Vivo mobile phone, these are all examples of selling concept where it is focused more on pushing the product to the consumers rather than satisfying or understanding the requirements of the consumers. Here the consumer satisfaction is also been not taken much into care. So the fourth concept is the marketing concept. The marketing concept emerged in the mid 1950s. Likewise, if you see the above concepts, the production, product or even the selling concept, each marketing concepts add its own time frame or time scale. For example, the production concept was very famous during the World War I time period. Product concept was very much famous during the 1930s and 1940s in the United States. And the selling concept was very famous during the beginning of 1950s. And likewise, the marketing concept came into existence from mid of 1950. Even though each marketing concept came in a different times frame, but they hold relevant even in the 21st century. For example, the Australian lithium batteries focus on the production concept. Insurance company focuses on the selling concepts. So in the context of marketing concept, the fourth concept, the focus is more on the consumers than just selling the product. For example, Dell does not prepare a PC or a laptop. It provides platform on which the consumers can desire to customize the product. So the difference here is that the focus is more given on the consumer requirement rather than just selling or pushing the product. This is where the difference between the selling concept and the marketing concept come into play. The selling concept focuses more on the requirements of the seller or the producer. The marketing concept focuses more on the requirements and needs of the consumers. And selling concept aims to sell the product and make profit, and the marketing concept focuses on the consumer satisfaction. So to sum everything, production concept focus on producing in large, economies of scale, large availability of the product. So if the company is able to produce the product in mass, then the consumer will have no option other than purchasing their product. So the production concept is focusing more on mass production and producing the product in all the available places. The second one, product concept, focuses on the quality of the product. It holds to the principle that if the company is able to produce the product with utmost quality and features, then the consumer will eventually purchase the product. So it focuses on the product. And the third one is selling concept. So in the selling concept, it believes in hard and aggressive selling of the product. Even though if the consumers are able to produce good quality, if the company is able to produce a product with the topmost quality, if they are not able to sell the product to the consumer, it may not be having relevance in the market. So the selling concept believes in hard and aggressive selling, pushing the product to the consumers. And the fourth concept, the marketing concept, believes in understanding the requirements and needs of the consumer, then producing the product and then selling the product. So the marketing concept believes in the understanding the requirements of the consumer, then holding into the market. And that's it. I hope I made it clear. Holistic concept, the marketing concept alone, will be discussing in a separate video. Kindly subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.